What's good, guys? It's Sam here, and I wanted to talk about MK677 and my research with it. But before I do that, make sure you press that little red button that says subscribe so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. MK677, I started researching with, several years ago, but most recently in the beginning of November in 2018. So it's been about 4 months right now. Today's the 25th of February. So towards the end of February, it's been about 4 months. I started at the very beginning of November. I think the first video I posted was on the 1st of November 2018. So if you want to check it out, click on the link or go back on the channel and just search for MK677. And I was taking that mainly for my elbow, some of my lower back, and some of my knee. Now, the primary one was for my elbow. Every time I would go to flex my arm, I would feel a little, my ulnar nerve, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I believe it starts in your armpit. It runs down right past here into your arm and up, and I think it comes down to your ring finger or something like that. And I'd feel like a grinding or like a discomfort, pain. It wasn't so much of a pain, but it was a pain to feel, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't like somebody was jabbing you, but it was like a very discomforting feeling, which was like painful to deal with on a daily basis. Also, any type of like push movement, like shoulder, chest, tricep, I would feel that. And then my knee, sometimes when I would squat funny or do something very, very active, or my lower back sometimes when I'm not paying super close attention to my form on leg day, I will get some discomfort in my lower back. Or when I sit for long periods of time at a desk or something along those lines, my lower back would bother me. So that's what I started taking that for. It's been about 4 months, and I'm ready to change things up. My elbow does not bother me at all when I do this. About a month ago, it was like almost completely felt like it healed. Like I got a feeling in my brain that I was like, every time I would flex, I would kind of feel it or know that it was there, even though I wouldn't get the actual feeling in my elbow. I don't know if that's just because it was like that for a year and a half or so when I would do that flex, or what that was, or if it was in reality or it was just in my mind. Probably just my mind, but I knew it was there. Now, maybe it's just because it's been a longer period of time where it's felt better, or it's actually improved, but I don't notice it at all when I flex. I do notice it in a different way. I'm not sure if all the muscles in my forearm and or tricep or bicep are very tight, but it's more of a pinching, and it's only once in a while. I noticed it, I think, when I was doing chest the other day, and I felt a little bit of a pinching, a different type of a feeling, and it wasn't all the time. It was just on one exercise or two exercises. I felt it for like one or two of the reps. So maybe I was a little tight in my forearms. And that was the only time I noticed it. So I am actually going to be switching to a 5-2 for my research, which is just 5 days on and 2 days off, continuing with a split dose for research purposes. Remember, these are not for human consumption. I'm not saying anybody else should do what I do. This is just my research, and I want to let you guys know. So 5-2, that means 5 days on, 2 days off. From the standpoint that I don't feel that necessarily anything, even if it's doing some good things, couldn't cause some harm or increase some problems if done excessively, whether that's in terms of the dosing or in terms of the length. And that is why I'm switching to a 5-2, with that 2 days off, allowing my body to kind of relax or resensitize the receptors in my body to what I am researching with. And then it got me thinking about, because even if I'm doing 5-2, right, and it's, a year and a half down the road, I feel like I would want to switch it up, but I don't necessarily want to stop taking MK677 for research purposes, because humans don't take it, so it's just for research. And the dosing is 10 in the morning and 10 in the evening, 10 milligrams. So it got me thinking about the cost associated with that. And the brand of product that I have been researching with is around $1 a day. That's before shipping, or that's before, I think, taxes or something. So it comes out to be slightly over $1 per day. And then I found a couple companies where I can get I can get some actual HGH, and that comes in at just under $4. So that is also before shipping or any taxes or anything, just under $4. So I think at some point I will probably switch to a peptide and or actual HGH at some point. Peptide, like a GHRP, are ridiculously cheap. If you don't know what a GHRP is, just fucking Google it. But GHRP2 or GHRP6 are ridiculously fucking cheap, especially if you order like 10 vials of it or something like that. Extremely cheap. But do your research on these things, because those you have to... I believe the half-life on them is a lot shorter, and if you want a sustained pulse increase, you need to take that multiple times per day. But anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you press that subscribe button. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. It does help with the YouTube SEO, which essentially is search engine optimization. It puts this video in front of more people who have similar likes as you. So I would appreciate that. Also, if you want to support the channel in a different way, and you have any shopping to do on Amazon, there's some links in the description. It doesn't cost you anything more, but if you were going to go to Amazon and buy some notepads, right, like you're already going to purchase them from Amazon, if you click on my link and go purchase whatever you're going to purchase, I get a small portion of that. And that is another way to support the channel. Don't spend any money that you don't need to, but if you are already planning to do that, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, lastly, leave them down below in the comments, or there's a link in the description for my Instagram. Reach out to me on Instagram and say, "What's up?" And then also ask me any questions. I will get back to you, even if it is, a few hours later, because I do have a job. So, not that I do a lot of my job, but I do have a job. Peace.